Dragon and Rat Bodhisattva Buddhism introduced 3 incantations before the introduction. In a dream, you can obtain the secret heart method of the Buddhists. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva, masters in the history of Buddhism, founder of Zhongguanzong. After being honored as the head of the 8 great teachers, legend has it that he was born into a Brahmin family in southern India. Young talent and intelligence, proficient in Sakutuo and all kinds of necromancy. After becoming a monk at the age of 20, in pursuit of supreme Buddhism, once infiltrated the Dragon Palace through honey hair, retrieved countless ancient books such as the Dabogya Sutra. Hence the name Dragon Bodhisattva. Everyone knows the story of you learning from the Dragon Palace, but a little bit of people know how to get personal transmission from the Buddhas in a dream. A disciple of Dragon Rat Bodhisattva. Deva asked respectfully. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva smiled and stroked the long-bearded woman. Did you know that the Blessed One once said that the 3 worlds are the heart? Start with everything. Waking up in dreams is one. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas become full of 10 directions all the time, just because the hearts of all beings are blinded, invisible. So, how can I meet the Buddhas in my dreams with all my heart? Physique asked curiously. There is a secret method called the Tri-State Dream Method. The voice of Nagarjuna. Suddenly it becomes solemn and mysterious. This method is the essence of what I have learned all my life. It allows practitioners to sleep before falling asleep by reciting 3 special incantations. Make the dream mind accessible to the people. See the Buddhas. The best way to listen. Final record of great wisdom. The Dragon Rat Bodhisattva once met countless Buddhas in a dream. Submit to the esoteric method. Writing a book after waking up. Open up Zhongguan School. Influencing the development of Buddhism in Ayutthaya. These 3 sleep spells. It is the key to Uncle Long's achievement. Considered by Buddhist Tantra, the precious key to enlightenment. Naranto Temple in South India. A golden full moon hangs high in the sky. The light shines like water on the ancient caves. Quiet night. Even Chongming is particularly clear. Deep in the grotto, Dragon Rat Bodhisattva sits in front of a copper oil lamp, focusing on studying an ancient volume of the Night Sutra. His face was carved by the years, deep and mysterious in the beating lights. At this moment, there was a sound of footsteps at the entrance of the grotto. Broke the silence of the night. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva looked up. I saw his disciple Hoof. He ran into the grotto in a panic. Beads of sweat on the forehead. The venerable disciple encountered something inexplicable. The Hoof kneels on the ground, hands trembling. I took out a string of dark blue crystals from my arms. Rosary beads made of stone. 7 consecutive days. The disciples all dream of the same scene. A sea of golden lotus flowers. In the middle of the sea stands an unknown Buddha. He holds a thin cocoon. Seems to be teaching something, but I couldn't hear him. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva takes the rosary, frown slightly wrinkled. Take a closer look. Each bead is engraved with a delicate flood spell. It shines strangely in the light of the lamp. Where did this rosary come from? The voice of Nagarjuna. A rare glimmer of excitement. Paibo explained. 7 days ago, a mysterious ascetic came to the monastery. Before leaving, I gave this ship of rosary beads to my disciples and told to sleep in the forget-not pool. Since then, disciples have strange dreams every night. The expression of the dragon bodhisattva suddenly became solemn. He closed his eyes and thought with the rosary. After a moment, open your eyes. This is the legendary awakened bead. It is said to be caused by ancient Indian yogis. Can guide the bearer through different realms in a dream. The ascetic. His voice fell low. Seems lost in thought. His Holiness means, the dream of a disciple is not an obstacle. Instead, Piffin looked at the rosary in his hand in surprise. It was Nagarjuna who stood up. Go to the box in the corner of the grotto. Take out a roll of back LCD sewn with gold thread from it. And unfold it carefully. Do you have a big marriage? Tiber the ascetic. Probably an incarnation of Manjushri. He doesn't just give you a rosary. More of an opportunity. The scriptures record a dream. Scholars' dharma of traveling to Buddha land. If practitioners can master this method, you can stay awake in your dreams. Travel to Shifang Buddhist land. Meet the Buddhas. The best way to listen. And the key to starting this process. It requires a specific ritual and 3 secret spells. Many years ago, I had a similar experience when I was practicing in the snow-capped mountains. The eyes of the dragon rat Bodhisattva shone with wisdom. I saw a Sakyamuni Buddha in my dream. He taught me the supreme method. When I woke up, I realized that wisdom has been straightened to the heart. Infinite use. Excited, he fell to the ground. Please have mercy. Guide disciples. How can I truly see the Buddha in my dreams? Listen to pronunciation. Sleep. For most people, it's just the rest of the day. But for the rest, it can be another matter of awakening. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva opens the quilt, Wild Spirit. Point to a sample passage. According to this account, to see the Buddha in a dream, you need 3 kinds of preparation. 1 is purification. The second is the correct sleep ritual. The third is to master specific spells. Just as Dragon Rat Bodhisattva prepared to explain this door-cutting key in detail, a strange sound of airflow came from outside the grotto. The chill seeps in through the entrance. The lights are flickering. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva and Hoofed Woman turn their heads at the same time. I see the entrance and exit of the grotto. I don't know when. A tall figure in a black robe stood. The man slowly walked into the grotto. Lift the black bucket hair that covers your face. Show a scarred sail's face. Asura. Nagarjuna almost squeezed through his teeth. Come up with this name. There was a mixture of surprise and vigilance in his voice. Years no see, Master Long. The black-robed man sneered. I don't know when I have an extra handful in my hand. It's cold. Short sort of light. No idea. I'm still alive. Back in the snow-capped mountains, you alone can wear the Buddha's way. And I was left by you in the storm. Snow Dragon Rat Bodhisattva has a complicated expression. Asura things are not what you think. It didn't have to be explained. Asura interrupted. The Bayesian crystal in the hands of the Dragon Rat Bodhisattva scanned back and forth with thin skin. I'm here today for one thing only. I'm going to order those 3 spells. Thin skin. I have never met my master. Such a shocked expression. He looked at the confrontation between the master and the Black Cannon Man in surprise. I don't understand what happened. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva sighed Asura. You and I were on the same side. Why take the opposite path? The 3 spells, It is the position of the Buddha that is passed down for the benefit of all living beings. Not for selfish desires. Cut the crap. Asura is pressing. Short-sighted sparkle. I know those 3 spells are the key. With them, I can find that pure land in my dreams. The voice that found him suddenly choked up. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva's eyes softened. I see. You are looking for him. Before he died, he said he would wait for me in the Pure Land. A trace of pain flashed in Asura's eyes. The grotto fell silent. After a long time, the Dragon Rat Bodhisattva slowly opened his mouth. Asura, I can teach you those 3 spells, but you must use it in the right way. Gratitude and tears flashed in Asura's eyes. Drop the short sword in his hand. Take the Buddha as proof. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva nodded solemnly. 3 people sit in the grotto. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva unfolds and rolls Panam Pen Shell 1 gold. Begin to explain the basics of the 3 mantras into dreams. Entering Mengfa in these 3 weeks. It is what I get from the Dragon Palace calendar. The shame of those who have only been passed down through the ages. This method allows ordinary people to wake up and know in their dreams. Travel to Shifang Buddhist land. Meet the Buddhas. It's very important to listen. The lights in the grotto follow the recitation of the Dragon Rat Bodhisattva, flickering. There is a mystery in the air. And the solemn breath. What are those 3 spells? Asura asked eagerly. Dorangshu Bodhisattva stared at him. What's the hurry? Practice enlightenment in 1 day. Sushan explains the preparation and rituals for falling asleep. Otherwise, even the spell cannot be used correctly. Before going to bed every day, Sushianjing. Nagarjuna explained in detail. Late at night, when washing on the changing pages, Songbazi was shocked. Looking towards the light on 1 page. Transform yourself. Eliminate all darkness and distractions. Then face west. Sitting on the bed. Handheld rosary. However, fate doesn't seem to want this puja to go smoothly. Just as Dragon Rat Bodhisattva was about to speak, when it comes to the specific content of the 3 showers, the whole grotto shook violently. Flying gravel from the top, there was chaotic shouting and fighting outside. How come? The hoofed woman asked in horror. Asura rushed to the entrance of the grotto to check the situation. His face turned pale in an instant. It's the demons they found here. What demons? Ask a puzzled question. Asura bowed his head in shame. I seek a way to dream. Once made a deal with the Demon King. Already with the inquiry. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva's expression changed. Quickly put away the shenikin. The situation is at stake. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva made a decisive decision. Too late to explain. The hoofed woman takes Bei Ye-jin away from the force. He points to an inconspicuous slate behind the grotto. Asura, follow me out of the camp. His Holiness panicked. Don't talk nonsense. Dragon Rat Bodhisattva will be LCD. Stuffed into the hands of the thin skin with the rosary of the awake. The owner's 3 mantras into dreams are crucial. Don't fall into the wrong hands. If I wait for the unfortunate death, you must pass this law on. The hoofed woman tears away the hidden stone slab behind the grotto. Disciple must do his best. Nagarjuna and Asura came from behind. the sound of footsteps rushing out of the grotto to meet the enemy, and the roar of the demons. The hoofed woman burrows into the narrow tunnel. Follow the winding path. The damp earth wall has water droplets from time to time. The caustic soda growing in the crevices emits a faint light, guiding the way for him. In the channel, echoes of fighting and chanting outside. The hoof hurried forward. I am worried about the safety of my master, thinking about the secret method recorded in the buyer's scripture in my hand. Over time, the sounds of the outside world gradually fade away. The hoofed woman groped her way in the dark. The rosary in the hand of the dreamer. It began to emit a faint blue light, illuminated the passage. I don't know how long. The passage suddenly slopes upward. There is a little light ahead. Taibo quickened his pace to the end of the passage. Find yourself in a secluded spot on the mountain behind the monastery. The bright moonlight in Shandong shines through the entrance of the cave. Shine on the Phnom Penh tablet in his hand. The hoofed woman leaned against the hole and gasped for a moment, then carefully unfold the karma. To find the 3 key spells. However, when he turned to the page where the spell was recorded, find the text above. It turned out to be an ancient script that had never been seen before. It's completely unrecognizable. Lean thin skin against the whole wall and carefully unfold the backfield gold. Awakening from a dream in my hands, the rosary suddenly emits a strange blue light. Some obscure difficulties shown on the Buyer Sutra. I understand ancient text. Ancient texts illuminated by blue light gradually transform into a clear and variable sample essay. It is recorded in the Buyer Sutra. Nagarjuna recited 3 mantras before falling asleep. Every spell. They all come from different Buddhas or Bodhisattvas. Unite into one. Time can open the supreme door of dream practice. These 3 incantations, together with a specific sleep ritual, prove that Uncle Long Bodhisattva can obtain it in a dream. The ultimate secret of all Buddhas. Hoofed. Fingers trembling. Touch the first mantra in the scriptures. First spell. It slowly appeared under the blue light of the rosary. The reason for this is as follows. Ledarmakon of Anwa. Darisoha. The woman gently sent out a voice that echoed in the cave. In an instant, he feels his consciousness. As if being dragged out of the body, a golden vortex appeared before his eyes. The center blooms like a lotus flower. Above the lotus, the Buddha with the Vajra pestle in his hand sits in the clouds. It is the esoteric guardian Vajrahan Bodhisattva. This is the new Vajra mantra. Can break through all delusions and demons in dreams. When King Ming begins, Piper Bin whispers like a Buddha. He clasped his palms in worship. Read it 3 times before turning to the next page. Second spell Voltline Ren. Amoga Bhagwati. Garagana Mahu Daharanda Yasaha. This is boundless Guanju. Inheritance from Amitabha Pure Land. According to the scriptures, chanting this mantra can make the language in the dream unhindered. It's okay to talk to the Buddhas. Anyone who hears the secret method can enter the heart. When the title is read, the Dreamwalker Rosary then shines red and gold. The cave is also surrounded by warm currents. The last page is slowly opened. The 3rd spell is in my eyes. Amber Bormaha. Bro Buro Hera Hera Soha. This is the Destruction Yuan Ming Charm, Dragon Art by Manjushri Bodhisattva. Can see through fantasies and dreams. Direct knowledge. Not bothered by the Yasutra. To the Buddhas and to the land. Who freed? The third is to recite the Night Sutra in the palm. Bloom brilliant light. Rosary suspended in the air. Drops of blue light fall like galaxies in the night sky. Gather into a clear dream door. This night is like a stone in a dream. Key Buddha land. Glazed bottom gold tower. The Buddhas in the lotus pond chanted sutras on the lotus platform. Guanyan smile. Manjushri. Maitreya nods. Make home Tathagata knowledge book. Open slowly. Dreams are not illusions. It's been 3 days now. It should be spread to the world with compassion. Help all beings practice in their dreams. Enlightenment upon waking. Dream end. Pipo saw Uncle Long Bodhisattva standing side by side with Asura. The master's face is full of compassion in the light of forgiveness. And Asura has long since unloaded his weapon, eyes full of tears. One morning, the hoofed woman wakes up from a dream, all over the body. He stood up and looked back at the entrance of the cave. The sun shines on the mountains. Bird song. He knew that a new journey had begun. The method of inheriting the 3 axes. Countless people have met the Buddha in their dreams. Grammar practice. And the story of Nagarjuna. It has also been passed down among monks for centuries. Become a true example of achieving the Dharma in your dreams. And those 3 spells, it was called the 3 mantra words of dreaming by later generations between Tantra and Zen. It is regarded by countless practitioners as the opening of a pure dream. Receive the sacred medicine of Buddhist blessing. If someone is destined to receive these 3 spells, calm down before falling asleep. Shijo entry. In dreams, there may be a ray of light. Or listen to a word of French. All are deeply rooted in goodness. Good news. Practice not only when you wake up. Enlightenment may begin in a dream.